ALWA MOULD D, the fastest casting resin system on the market, patented and successfully used 1,000 times. Suitable for thermoforming molds from 1 to more than 2,500 kilogram. Materials for the cast: wood, plaster, plastics, leather, metal, PVC and PET. Please always keep in mind that all used materials for the pattern must be dry before casting. For a perfect casting, a casting box should be built around the pattern. In order to control the temperature of the tool during the production process, you can use copper pipes or heating systems. They are placed at a distance of 3 to 4 centimeters to each other and of 1 to 2 centimeters to the surface of the pattern. For thin and flat mold, we recommend using aluminium perforated sheets in order to prevent a bimetal effect. The drilling of time-consuming vacuum holes in the finished mold can reliably be prevented by using steel wires with silicone hose that are applied to the pattern. Please use our 1 mm precision drill for the holes in the pattern. Important. In general, any pattern must be pre-treated with ALWA surface tension remover, which ensures a smooth coverage of ALWA release lacquer. Please apply a thin layer of ALWA surface tension remover on the prepared patterns with a piece of cloth. After a short ventilation time, ALWA release lacquer is applied with a brush. The drying of the release film takes approximately 30 minutes at room temperature. For very fine structures, 3 to 4 layers of ALWA release lacquer should be applied with a spray gun. The drying of the release film can be accelerated with the help of hot air. Now, add the steel wires with silicone hose into the intended holes. After the aluminium perforated sheets have been inserted, the steel wires and the copper pipes or heating elements can be fixed to them. Please note all safety instructions before the components are mixed and use a fully functional protective equipment. For your safety, when mixing, you need a working suit, safety shoes, solvent-resistant gloves, respiratory protection. As the resin contains flammable solvents, X-proof mixers should be used. The ideal working temperature is 21 degrees and must be between 19 and 22 degrees. Please keep in mind the correct mixing ratio. For mixing, we recommend using our precisely manufactured special mixers developed to stir as little air as possible into the mixture. Mix component 1 and component 2 very well at a ratio of 1 to 2 and afterwards add the filler. The mixing ratio of resin and aluminium powder is 1 to 1.5. Mix until there are no more aluminium lumps and a homogeneous mixture is reached. Leave the finished mixture for venting until no more air bubbles appear. After airing, carefully stir the mixture. Make sure that the pattern is level. Cast drive-in nuts are very useful for demolding and subsequent fixing at the thermoforming machine. Please control again the temperature of the mixture and pattern. Both should have a temperature between 19 and 22 degrees. Now, thoroughly mix in the hardener powder for approximately 3 to 5 minutes and pay attention that as little air as possible is stirred into the mixture. In case that the resin compound is mixed in 2 or more mixing containers, the hardener powder must be added simultaneously. For homogenization, the resin compound of 2 or more mixing containers has to be mixed among each other to achieve a simultaneous curing of the mixture. Cast the mixture in a thin stream into the prepared pattern within the pot life. The mixture is poured slowly into the deepest part of the pattern. The remaining part can be cast faster into the pattern until the required height is reached. No material must be scratched from the container since it can contain remaining hardener. The gel time starts after approximately 17 to 20 minutes after adding the hardener powder. A fast temperature increase can be noticed, during which the casting compound solidifies. Remove the steel wires at approximately 80 degrees. Reaction temperatures of up to 130 degrees can be reached. Before the temperature peak has been reached, the mold expands in length. Therefore, the screws of the casting box sides are removed to enable a free expansion. The cast mold should be removed carefully. Remains of ALWA release lacquer can be easily removed with warm water. After curing, flat or thin molds must immediately be placed on a flat surface in a hot state for cooling. For example, they can be clamped or weighed on a level surface in order to prevent a bending of the mold and thus the bimetal effect. The molds can be easily machined. ALWA MOULD D is the fastest casting resin system on the market. Molds made of ALWA MOULD D are resistant to temperatures of up to 135 degrees. Short-term exposure of up to 180 degrees is possible.